Today we're going to be diving into our main bedroom.
All right, so today we're revealing our bedroom renovation.
We consider this the essence of the home. Designing this was sort of in keeping with the vision of the ensuite. We wanted it to be a sense of serenity. When you walked in, again, we have such a chaotic day-to-day that waking up in a serene space and also, secluding there in the evening at night is really important to us.
As you first walk into the room, your eyes are drawn to the symmetry of the three-part windows with black sills. For the lighting, we wanted to select something that was really original and something architecturally interesting that was not fully round, because the lighting socket is a little off-centered in the room because the way the ceiling is and the beam. So we wanted to
pick something that was like high contrast, very interesting to look at, but also, imperfect in its symmetry, so that you couldn't immediately tell that it was off center. And I think we picked the perfect fixture. It just really adds that wow factor right when you walk in. When we were diving into the vision of this space, I think again, we always start with that warm, modern execution. We want it to be high contrast. In here, we wanted a little bit of that extra element of serenity. So we leaned a little more calming, a little more neutral on some of the pieces and selections, just to make sure that it really felt like a hideaway at the end of the evening. The Justine bed, I think, was one of the first selections that we made. We really wanted something that had sort of that textural element, a little bit of detail with those lines throughout the channeling on the headboard, but ultimately very subdued. So when we selected the nightstands, we wanted to pick something that was warm, I think. We typically navigate towards wood, and there was no exception here. We love the Richmond nightstands. They're made with an elm wood, so it reads as sort of a blonde, but you do get a little bit of a texture. They have a drawer, so there is a little bit of storage, and then the rest is open, so you can really display all sorts of beautiful books and trinkets, and I really love how they turned out. And they're the perfect size too. It is quite snug, so they had to be 30 inches, which
they are really snug. It's a certain space that we have to work with there, but they work really well. Perfect. And speaking of scale, we selected these beautiful lamps, which have a very interesting kind of seashell-like texture on them. Yeah. I absolutely love the shape of them. And very important is they have a dimmer on them, so you can dim the light just perfectly for when you're reading at night, and they're just great.
So across from the bed, we ended up selecting this beautiful white dresser. We loved the, again, details and architectural elements of it. We wanted it to be subdued because there was going to be a lot going on in that area. The art, I would say, was the hardest thing to select. I feel like we went through...
I feel like art, we agree a lot on frame landscapes and stuff like that, but for canvases,
it's a lot harder.
It's a little tricky to agree on.
Okay, so just to the side of the dresser, we love to have a mirror. Before we had it centered in the wall, but now with the one long dresser, we needed something that was full length. You gotta be able to see yourself in the morning or before you leave the house. But because it was going to be kind of tucked in the corner, we wanted something with rounded elements, and we found this one, which was perfect. It has the marble base, a little bit of a pillar, and then the nice oval shape. And I think it really adds this perfect detail to that corner, really kind of completing the space.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, so that concludes our tour of our renovated main bedroom. We're so happy that you came along with us, and we have so many more rooms to show you from our renovated house. So stay tuned, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.